Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what secret connection you might share with the stars? Today, we're going on a cosmic adventure to uncover 5 mind-blowing facts about space, and the last one will reveal that secret connection. So stick around. Before we get there, let's start close to home. Imagine standing on the surface of Venus, our neighboring planet. The sun rises painfully slowly. In fact, Venus spins so slowly on its axis that one day on Venus lasts 243 Earth days, which is actually longer than a Venusian year of 225 days. Yes, a day on Venus is longer than its year. If you lived there, you'd celebrate a birthday before the sun even sets once. The planet actually rotates backward, so on Venus the sun rises in the west and sets in the east. It's a truly alien world where time itself feels upside down, and that's just our first fact. If that little fact blew your mind, do me a favor. Smash that like button and subscribe for more amazing space adventures. Thumbs up rocket. Now, space is an incredibly hostile place for life, or so we thought. Meet the tardigrade, a tiny microscopic creature also known as the water bear. It may look cute under a microscope, but it's tough as nails. Scientists actually conducted a bold experiment. In 2007, they launched tardigrades into open space, exposing them to the vacuum of space, freezing cold and deadly cosmic radiation. No air, no protection, essentially every lethal condition space can offer. The result? Not only did these tiny aliens survive, they even reproduced after returning to Earth. NationalGeographic.com. Tardigrades are now the first, and so far only, animals to survive unprotected in outer space. Imagine floating in the vacuum with the Earth in the background, and these microscopic astronauts just shrug it off. Their secret is entering a kind of suspended animation, almost like playing dead, to withstand extreme environments. This incredible resilience makes scientists wonder, if life from Earth can survive space, could life survive on other planets or moons? The tardigrade's adventure hints that life might be tougher and more widespread in the universe than we ever imagined. For our next journey, let's venture out to the remnants of a giant star. Imagine you have a magical spoon and you scoop up a teaspoon of material from a neutron star, one of the densest objects in existence. You struggle to lift it because that tiny spoonful would weigh about 10 million tons here on Earth. 10 million tons, that's like the weight of a massive mountain crammed into a teaspoon. How is this possible? Neutron stars are the collapsed cores of huge stars that went supernova. They're only about 12 miles, 20 kilometers across, but incredibly dense. All their mass is squeezed so tight that atoms are basically crushed into neutrons. To put it in perspective, a neutron star is denser than anything you can imagine, a whole star's mass packed into a city-sized ball. If you drop that teaspoon chunk on Earth, it would fall straight through the ground. This mind-blowing density also gives neutron stars insanely strong gravity and magnetic fields. Some spin hundreds of times per second, flashing like cosmic lighthouses known as pulsars. It's a reminder that nature's extremes can defy our everyday intuition. A tiny bit of neutron star would outweigh Mount Everest by far. Still not impressed? Then let's talk about black holes. Specifically, one of the most massive black holes ever found. At the center of a distant galaxy, scientists discovered a cosmic monster named TON 618. This black hole has a mass over 60 billion times that of our Sun. Yes, billion with a B. It's hard to picture such a behemoth, so consider this. Its event horizon, essentially the point of no return around it, is so huge that a beam of light would take weeks just to travel across it. Remember, light zips along at 300,000 kilometers per second, yet even at that speed, it would need weeks to go from one side of this black hole to the other. Talk about an absolute giant. For comparison, the black hole at the center of our Milky Way is about 4 million solar masses, huge by our standards, but a pebble next to TON 618. Black holes like this form over eons, possibly by galaxies colliding and black holes merging. They bend reality around them. Time slows down near the edge, and anything getting too close gets spaghettified, stretched and squeezed by gravity. It's not just science fiction, it's real physics. These monsters lurk in the dark, powering quasars that shine brighter than entire galaxies. Ton 618's existence is a humbling hint that there are things in our universe on a scale almost beyond human comprehension. We've met a planet with weird time, an indestructible critter, ultra-dense stars, and a monster black hole. Now, for a grand finale, let's zoom all the way out. What's the largest structure in the entire universe that we know of? It's something aptly called the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall, essentially a colossal chain of galaxies forming a structure about 10 billion light-years across. Let that sink in. 10 billion light-years from end to end. Light, which could circle Earth 7 times in 1 second, would take 10 billion years to travel across this structure, nearly as long as the universe has existed. This Great Wall is like a massive thread in the cosmic web, a string of galaxy superclusters all woven together by gravity. For comparison, our whole Milky Way galaxy is about 100,000 light-years wide, and that's already huge. This Great Wall is 100,000 times larger than the Milky Way's diameter. It's so vast that it breaks some of our scientific assumptions about how matter spread out after the Big Bang. We only discovered this gigantic structure in 2013 using maps of gamma-ray bursts as clues. It's almost impossible to visualize. Hundreds of thousands of galaxies, each with billions of stars all strung together in a mind-bending formation. If you were floating at the center of this void and looked around, you'd see galaxies clustered in huge streaks towards the horizons, and in between, breathtaking nothingness. The scale of the universe can be truly unsettling and awe-inspiring at the same time. Imagine a world where mountains glisten not with snow, but with diamonds. That's not a fairy tale. It's the reality of a planet called 55 Cancri A. Located about 40 light-years away, this alien world orbits its star so closely that a year lasts just 18 hours. Temperatures soar above 2,000 degrees Celsius, 3,600 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt metal. But deep beneath its scorched surface lies something extraordinary. Scientists believe that a third of the planet could be pure diamond. How? The planet formed in a carbon-rich environment. Under immense pressure and heat, carbon turns into diamond, on a truly planetary scale. If you could somehow mine it and survive there, you'd be rich beyond imagination. But also vaporized instantly. 55 Cancri A is a reminder that the universe isn't just strange, it can be dazzling. In the grand library of the universe, some pages just don't make sense, and one of those pages is Methuselah's star. Astronomers call it that because it seems to be older than the universe itself. Let's rewind. The universe is about 13.8 billion years old, according to the most accurate measurements we have from the cosmic microwave background, basically the afterglow of the Big Bang. But when scientists measured the age of Methuselah's star, officially known as HD 140,283, they came up with 14.5 billion years. Wait, how can something be older than everything? It's like finding a human who's 130 years old when the oldest possible age is 122. It shouldn't happen. Methuselah's star lives about 200 light-years from Earth, practically in our neighborhood by cosmic standards. It's a dim, ancient subgiant with very little metal content, which tells astronomers it formed in the very early universe, before heavier elements were common. But that still doesn't solve the riddle. Its age is at the very edge, maybe even beyond, the universe's age. Over time, scientists have refined the numbers. New measurements put Methuselah at about 14.27 billion years, with some error margins that could bring it just under 13.8 billion. That means it's probably not breaking the laws of physics after all. But it's still a cosmic grandparent, older than our Sun by more than 9 billion years. It formed when the first galaxies were just beginning to shine, and it's been quietly orbiting the Milky Way ever since. So what do you have in common with all this? Here comes the answer to that question I asked at the start. After all these strange facts, it might be easy to feel insignificant, but paradoxically, you're deeply connected to the cosmos. The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the oxygen you breathe, all those elements were forged inside stars and spread across the galaxy when those stars exploded. In other words, we are literally made of stardust. Every one of us is a way for the universe to know itself, as Carl Sagan famously said. That is the ultimate mind-blowing fact. The universe isn't just out there, it's inside you. Thank you for coming along on this cosmic journey. If you learned something new today, hit the like button to let others know and subscribe for more adventures into the unknown. Until next time, stay curious. The universe has so many more mysteries waiting for you.